Friday Frothy here on a Friday night. I'm here with my good mate Glennie. How are you, Glenno?
Great, thanks, mate. Yeah,
Mate,
really good.
Epic show on tonight, buddy. We're going to talk.
We are.
Epic. We're going to go through all the trades of the AFL. We've got some sports to cover.
Yeah.
We may have a special guest, but I'll fill you in later on that.
Ah, so you're holding back.
I'm holding cards on you tonight.
You have got to hold some cards on me.
Guys, grab yourself a frothy. You might want to grab 6 frothies because this is going to be a big show tonight. So this is the Friday Frothy. Stand by.
Guys, on to my reviews. You're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.
The Friday Frothy.
Frothy.
The Friday Frothy.
So good evening all and welcome back to the Friday Frothy. If you're new here, my name's Jeff and this is Glenn and we talk a lot of sports, don't we, Glenno?
We do, all sports. And we've been doing this for quite a while now.
Well, at least 3 or 4 years, I believe, or
Yeah.
a bit of a stage through COVID where we didn't.
No, we've had a couple little breaks, but in general, we enjoy doing this and we enjoy interacting with with the public and that. And of course, as I've always said, you can if you're on YouTube, you can subscribe.
Yep.
We don't normally say that of late.
We don't
We
of late.
ring the bell.
Well,
you want it?
I just
'Cause
like-
we would appreciate it, but
Yeah.
but also anyone on Facebook.
Well,
and,
we've only
everything
just
else.
started recently doing on Facebook, and
Yeah.
and so we're on Facebook now, and we're on YouTube, and we thank everyone, especially our long-term
We have
viewers,
the
Juanita,
Juanitas.
Rob
Brilliant.
and Ray.
Yes, Rob and Ray. They were just down here last week. Did a great job on our show.
Hello, Juanita. How you going? Thanks for joining us.
Yes, hello,
So,
Juanita.
so if you're new on Facebook and you're checking us out for the first time, this is what we do. We talk sports, and tonight we're going to do a bit of a big round of the AFL. So if you like the Australian Rules Football League, Glennie,
we do.
we're going to talk a bit about the trades, the ins and outs,
It's,
and
we just was commenting off air, Jeff, how in depth it is, and we're only gonna stick to what we know because it does get very involved with picks and points and everything else. But we'll get to the nitty gritty with this.
indeed you do.
So,
Indeed you do. Guys, during the evening you'll have a phone number that comes up along the bottom of the screen.
Yes.
If you want to join in the conversation and have a chat with us and talk about anything you want or anything that we're talking about, the phone number is 0361283834. Ring up and tell us who your team you barrack for. We don't care. Just
that's right.
ring up and have a chat. Hey, Glenn?
Yeah, any sport doesn't matter. If you've got if you want to ask us a question, you can, and
We probably won't know the answer.
we probably don't, but we'll do our best.
We'll
do
try.
our best
We'll
there.
try our heart out, Glennie. But, mate, just before we do start off the show tonight, I wanted to do a quick shout-out to the Crackerjack team.
Yes, the boys, the Crackerjack, yeah.
Variety this year. They're about to head off tomorrow from the Parliament Lawns here in Hobart. You got Matt, Ben and Eddie.
Yeah, a little bit like the three duo there.
It is. Oh, you got some pictures there of the car. They're doing the Tasbash variety.
They
There
do a great job. There's the car.
The old car.
They do a great job, the boys. And
$6,000.
I just seen Liz the other day, Eddie's better half.
Yeah.
And it was good to catch up with her, and I haven't seen her for that long. And
Yep.
yeah, nearly called her Lynn.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been way too long. But guys, congratulations. Well done on, your
done.
charity work.
That's excellent.
So obviously Crackerjack, it's got lawn all over the car and it's got lawn bowls on it. And that's why it's called the Crackerjack.
It's a cracker, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Check the Harrows launch yesterday. No, I didn't, Juanita. I didn't. Is it coming up on Facebook, guys? Just asking.
Yeah, it was.
It is? Yeah, cool. I can't seem to get it. But that's all right.
Where we're going to start there, Jeff?
Well-
with the bit about North, are we?
Well, mate,
What would you like to talk about first?
You know what? I know that you're a little bit cranky, right? I'm a North Melbourne supporter, guys. If you don't know, Glenn's a Hawthorn supporter. And Glenn's a little bit sort of testy with me because, well, let's face it, North Melbourne's got a priority pick.
They
got 2, 3. They got 15, 17,
You've got a
18.
mountain, I call it.
We've done all
mountain of
right.
picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what? You're not happy with that? Is that what you're going to say?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, let's get it out in the open, mate, because that's what it sounds like.
What I'm trying to do is understand it. But I think since Clarkson's come back, which is a good thing, great thing. I love the man. I still don't care that he's at North. I think he's terrific. I wish him all the best. He was fantastic for our club. And I'll get that right off the back now, Jeffy. But I think there was a little bit of conjecture with the extra pick that you've got. It wasn't so much what you get in the draft, but the extra pick
Well,
because
we've already used that.
The reason being is they've said that you've been down there for the last 3 to 4 years.
Keep going.
Well, it's been a little while between drinks, but
Keep going.
But the thing is, you've also had some good picks come in.
We had Sheasel and Wardwall.
Well, yeah, they are. Well, this is what I mean. You've got some really good kids.
We've got some guns.
Now, I know it's taken a long time to get these players, and you had a good one here the other year, or 2 years ago, was it now? Horn Francis.
Yes.
Now,
He should have stuck around because, mate, you're going to miss out on the flag.
Well, that's right. The thing is, right at the moment, you've got a good bunch of kids. We're not going to go right into the draft now, who you've lost and all that, but we won't talk about that yet, who you've lost, because I don't think you've lost a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
You've gained, and you're going down that path of, I believe, working from your midfield.
Yep.
That's what you've done.
Yep.
And you're pushing out. In other words, you've got all the beasts in there, I call them, the beasts that are in at the ball, and I think you've recruited for your back line.
Yeah, we need to.
You've got some good guys down forward.
Yeah.
You've got some good guys
Coleman
down
Jones.
forward. Yes, and Coomben, I can't think of his name, the guy that was out injured last year. We spoke
Broke his
about.
leg?
Yes, he's back. I think of his name.
Yeah.
But I think that all the jigsaw's just about there for you, and like many clubs, you've got to always look at what's going to make you better and what pieces. No good just going and getting players willy-nilly because they sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
So basically, what you're telling me is you're dirty.
Well,
you're dirty with North Melbourne because they've got all these picks. That's what you're. That's what you're saying.
It's not so much that as
because you're a Hawthorn supporter and you're always cranky. You're never happy.
I think they paid overs, really. I believe.
Oh, right.
I think Essendon paid overs
No.
for Ben McCall.
No, I'm not wearing it, mate.
Is
I'm
it
not.
Ben McCall?
No.
Ben McCall,
Yes,
right.
it is. I'm not. No, listen to me.
So
I am not wearing your attitude about North Melbourne, and I'm bringing in someone to help me with this argument. All right.
What about St
No,
Kilda?
you're just gonna have to wait, mate. This guy, wore number 37, played for North Melbourne.
Oh, it's
Hey,
it's
hey,
Roger.
he's played for North Melbourne.
Oh, good Lord. You set me up.
Hello,
Hello,
is
set
this
me
Roger?
up.
it is.
Roger Pottlezak, number
Hello,
30,
Roger. There
number
you go,
37 for North Melbourne. Is that
I
right?
just,
It is, Jeff.
it's Glennie Cleaver, mate. I was just saying, what a wonderful having a great man on like yourself, and I'm just
come
about
on.
ready to bag you. But anyway,
Go on.
Mate, he's not happy. He's not happy with the amount of picks that North has got.
Oh, well, look, we have to do something. I mean, we have to get something. I mean, we can't keep us down the bottom for too long. I mean, we've got to have a chance, and, having 5 picks inside the first round, it's a fair hand to have, which is great.
It's not bad, Roger,
what
really.
are you going to do, Roger, if you're going to bundle them all up, mate, and go up to Harley Reid? You'll have to give 2, 3, and a couple of futures, mate, and probably someone else.
Glenn, I'd like to leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Well, you'd be mad not to, mate.
put the pressure on West Coast. They've got number 1. Well, look, let them pick. If they take Harley Reid, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll take the guy from West Australia, key position player.
Curtin.
But if they take him, then we'll take Harley Reid and someone else at number 3. So
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't fret. I wouldn't fret too much.
Can't
There's
lose.
a few good kids there. There's McKercher from Tassie, who he could end up at North with,
Exactly.
or the other one was Zane Dersma, which
Dersma.
is the younger brother, and apparently probably the better. I don't know. It's hard to say that when you still got to play the game
Well, true.
at top level, as you would know how hard that is. But
Yep.
no, I wouldn't because I never got there. But
Mate,
the thing is,
just before you do, guys, just say if you're listening right now, this is Roger Pottlezak. He played VFL, North Melbourne player from night.
and had a go at had a go at Collingwood too, didn't he?
Did you, Roger?
No,
No, sorry,
you
he played
hated
against Collingwood.
No.
I played against
That's
Collingwood.
where Collingwood
No, you
did. No, I
was
played
at
against
North
Collingwood.
Melbourne. Yeah, I'm going to pull my tongue out, mate, because I think Collingwood. I don't know what they're on my brain at the moment. Only because we got that Ginnivan. We got that Ginnivan at the moment down there at Hawthorn.
Mate, just
Oh, look, he's going to be a good goal sneak for you.
He
Don't
will.
worry about that.
Happy
The
about
horse
that.
will enjoy him.
I'm happy to get a guy that's barracked for the club all his life and he gets back to the strength. I'm pretty happy with that, mate.
Well, that's a great get for Hawthorn. And look, as I said, it's going to be tough at Collingwood for spots. So he's probably made the right move for himself.
I think so. Yeah.
Now, can I just? We'll go back to the question why I'm dirty. Now, I don't want to run away from this one at the moment. Now I got a mate that goes for St Kilda, Roger. Now, while we're talking about clubs that are down near the bottom and that, and I'm not talking about Hawthorn and that because we're only been down there the last couple of years, but we're talking about Melbourne, who were propped up. Now Gold Coast are continually propped up, and that actually irks me that they are, because they get too many things. They get too many picks, too many academies. They got everything but the kitchen sink at the moment. So I understand North, I do, because Melbourne got it. Now North Melbourne are getting it, but I actually feel sorry. It's not for my club. It's for sides like St Kilda that haven't won a premiership either since '66. Now I know they've been in finals, but they've been down the bottom too, and that was my question to Jeff tonight. So I was holding back on you a little bit, mate, because
here we are.
I thought that they've been down for so long, and Western Bulldogs have won premierships. North have won premierships, but St Kilda, that's where I was going with it. What do you reckon about that, Rod?
Well, when I look at the Saints, so I've got my paper in front of me, and they've got some good ins there with Paddy Dow and Liam Henry.
Yep.
They've just got to find a right balance of personnel on the ground. I mean, they've got some really good, exciting young people that played really well, but they're going to be more consistent. And look, who knows? It could change in 1 year. They were close for this year. They were in the finals.
Yeah, they did well.
Rossi Lyon got them up that way, but another personnel change here or there. It's always the same for every team. They get in and they lose people, but if they strike a good balance on the ground with a bit of chemistry, it could be that particular year. You've got to have hope. And I think that everyone in the AFL thinks that they've got the best recruits on board. It's just how they develop and just how they put them together on the ground.
Do you think that one thing that I was I actually thought it was a good move. The AFL do a lot of things that upsets me, and that with rule changes and all the rest of it. But one thing that I'm happy about is that I thought this might be a good idea if. Like with clubs and that at the moment, if when you get through the years, it is a little bit American, I suppose, but a little bit like basketball or something like that. But if you've got a player mid-year and you're short, like I don't know, just say you've got your number one ruckman and that he's out for the year and you haven't got anyone there, that clubs that someone can actually move from one club to another. What's your thought on that? Or do you think that's a load of crap?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, that is a radical thing that the AFL and football doesn't sort of have. But look, to give other guys opportunities when they're being starved, if they've got three ruckmen, just for argument's sake, and one of them is sitting in the VFL, but he's good enough to play in the AFL, it'd be silly if he wasn't given an opportunity early on. And look, we probably should be more fluid with our exchanges during the season. But then again, the old adage is if you give someone away and you go and get an ASCL the following week, you might need him back. So
yeah, well, that's true.
There's a couple of pros and cons for all that. But look, I'm sure guys that are third in line for a ruck spot wouldn't mind exploring someone else's ruck deficiencies and getting in there. But as I said, it's going to be a big change in thinking for clubs, and then you're going to have to be on your toes trying to find that roughie that you might be able to help you. And it's the same thing with backmen. I mean, someone's got a glut of them and they can't get a run. And likewise, forward line, you've got a glut of forwards that can't get a run, but eventually there could be an injury, suspensions or whatever, and you'll need them back. So maybe we just wait till the end of the year and then you swap them around, and that way, clubs and supporters. So imagine a supporter having a favourite player and he's traded to someone else the following week and they play against him.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Yeah, well, that's true. But the other way I look at it too is if you're playing in, you're at North Melbourne Reserves or Box Hill or Werribee or wherever, and because most of these guys now are kids. They're all kids. Let's face it, they get drafted and their whole dream.
Just on that, Rog, what age were you when you started playing for North Melbourne?
I was 19.
I
was down a bit late. I didn't get to play the thirds there, under 19s. I was 19 in that particular year. So that was,
Yeah, okay. And viewers, if you're watching him, just join us. We're talking to Roger Podolzak. He played for North Melbourne in the VFL from 1987 to 81.
78 to 81.
I'm absolutely wrong.
It's 40.
Mate, I was trying to make you younger.
You've got to have a good memory back in those days now.
I was trying to make you younger. That's all.
I wish.
Mate, are you finished your question?
No. I'm happy with what I've said.
Just on the draft, you got any thoughts, mate? Any surprises that have popped up? Oh, sorry, on the trades?
No, look, I said there's so much been written and so much has been talked about and all that. It sort of rattles my brain. I'm just trying to sort of, happy that North have got those picks. Happy that they can, take either one, the Harley Reid or the West Australian key position player.
Yep.
But if they get those 5 picks right in that first round, and then develop them. I mean, we had Wardlaw and Sheasel.
You got some good players there.
Yep.
And we've got the established players in the middle. So maybe if we take the centre half back from Claremont as a second pick. We did take another centre half back in '78 in my year, and he was a champion.
Yeah.
Roscoe.
Yeah.
I think he was going to slide through though, wasn't he? The curtain you're talking about. I think he was sliding through to pick 4 or 5, which is Hawthorn, isn't it?
I just take him as a tall, centre half back type.
Rog, is this going to be the same as what's his name? Francis Horn, whatever his name is.
Jason Horn.
Apparently, I've heard, I've seen in the paper that they don't mind travelling interstate and vice versa. Harley Reid doesn't mind going to West Australia if he had to and all that. But they've got 3-year contracts now. So it's a bit longer.
That's a good thing.
That's good.
So that's one thing they've done right, because some of these kids, let's face it, this is what I mean. They go to the Gold Coast or somewhere like that. They're there for 5 seconds. Say, I want to go homesick. I want to go. Well, let's not give them the club anything. So.
That's right. You have 3 years, and then you develop a bit of a bond between the players and your environment. And the clubs nowadays have got so many people that look after those newies. That in 3 years you could just about say, I wouldn't mind staying another 3 more years, and then by then, they've in the culture and they're happy to be there. And as I said, travelling interstate, I know Perth to here and backwards, but they've got to get used to it because it is a national game.
Well, that's right, it is, and the AFL wanted it. After it came out of VFL, the AFL wanted this, didn't they?
That's right.
And now they got it. And I mean, South Melbourne, as they were, I mean, that they couldn't sustain being there, so they went to Sydney. The same with the Fitzroy going to Brisbane.
Alive for all those years. So never had 2 flags since that relocation. So it can't be all bad.
No,
No, that's right. No. Hey, Roger, I'm going to ask you a question, and you probably don't answer this because it's not a good question to ask, but all this talk, it's
Irish.
I'm going forward, going backwards at the same time.
Go ahead.
All this talk about Harley Reid, and we're going to put up a video in a minute once we're done and show, because a lot of people don't know who Harley Reid is and how he plays and stuff, but all this talk about Harley Reid and we should have had him number 1, do we give up our 2 and 3 pick to get him and all that sort of stuff? Basically, what I'm going to ask you, mate, is you're an ex-player. We had him. We were bottom of the ladder. We had the number 1 pick. We beat West Coast on the very last game.
Yep.
As a player, I mean, it was great to have a win, but as a player, do you think that was the right move?
Oh, look, it's always better to win. I mean, it's hard to showcase not playing up to expectations. I mean, everyone that plays football is sort of inbred to do their best to get the ball, see ball, get ball, and do something with the ball. It's very hard to sort of play dead
Yep.
and not be too obvious. I mean, to me, if North had got beaten by West Coast in that particular round, I mean, we were fractionally better than West Coast, so we had to beat them, and we beat them convincingly, and that's going to show the supporters that, we've got something to look forward to the following year. If West Coast got up and won somehow at home, that would have been great for their morale. But no, I don't believe in playing dead for the first round pick.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, 1 and 2 are virtually the same. I mean, there'll be good picks at number 2 available, whether it's going to be the centre half back from West Australia or someone else. It's better to win than to sort of try and play unders, and then the supporters will say, and then there'll be scrutiny everywhere around the AFL, say, North Melbourne laid down for that particular game. And you don't want to have that talk going around. I mean, we've had that talk in the past with the Demons and swapping players left, right and centre from forward to back to forward, and they weren't playing in their positions.
Yep.
But we needed to win that game, and if it meant we'd lost the first spot, so be it. That's the way life's going to be.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. And the other thing is too, I mean, you pick one, yes, is great, and they talk about the top 10. But also, we've got short memories, because if you go back in time and that, and you're pulling someone like a James Hird or something like that that came from
43,
Canberra, and he
like
was
that.
probably around in the 80s, and then,
He was, he was, and you've got those things, and it will come around that there's no guarantees in the top 10.
No, there's not.
But at least you're going to have a try and get those players, and then what you do with them. And it's up to the super coach to,
that's right.
put him, there, give him confidence, and then look, he might just be able to do something. Like, I mean, Feasel in his first year, just have a look at how much did he improve and went to halfback flank.
Well, my question to you there is, it's just interesting, mate, because Hawthorn, they didn't go after Jack Gunston to come back, and this is a pointed question. Now, obviously, he wanted to come back to Hawthorn. The Hawthorn are going to use him as I've already heard, obviously he'll be like a Luke Bruce to help the younger guys.
Yep.
So my question is, how important, and Hawthorn are very young, North Melbourne are very young, how important is it, and back in your time too, where to have those older guys, the older heads that can actually grab hold of these kids and just give them a little bit more direction and that, especially like your full forward, who I rate highly. Larky, and I do rate ours, Lewis, too, because I think they're two boys that, Lewis has had a lot of injury, but Larky, for a side that finished nearly towards the bottom of the ladder, North Melbourne, and for a guy to kick as many goals as he did,
70 plus goals.
that's
yes,
right.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a fair achievement. So that's that tells you something. And but I just want. So the question is, I suppose, sorry, mate, older guys around the younger fellas. Do you still believe in that they can direct them and help them and guide them, or is it better to go all young like the baby bombers and try and work your way out of it?
Older guys do have an influence on the younger ones at training and in general. If they do play on the ground, those sort of, depends on how many times the older guys get picked, but they do have an effect on those younger guys in saying, well, this is how I was when I first started, and the young guy might relate to that, and they might think, because young guys get out there thinking that they've got to do something special all the time, but it doesn't occur always like that. So the older guys will say, well, I was in your shoes 15 years ago, and this is how I approach things, or how I got taught by the older guys. Now I'm the older guy, and I'm sort of trying to pass it on to you. So it's always beneficial to have those guys around. And Gunston, obviously with his dad passing away and wanting to get back to the Hawthorn family, it's a great thing. As I said, if they can accommodate that, well, that's fantastic, and I reckon that it will be a plus for those younger guys. And the Hawks, you know, they've had some good wins during the year, so they're not going to be too far away in you know, shaping the 8 or being at the bottom of the 8. So
No,
you know,
it was interesting. They gave up a young guy who I rated. He came in. We got him from the Northern Bullets, young Brandon Ryan, and he's gone up there. Now Brisbane are taking him on.
yep.
I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, or whatever they've thrown at him. Where Hawthorn were only sort of, you know, like, because he was a rookie.
Yep.
They said, oh, you know, he got a senior game. He kicked 3 goals, I think, against Collingwood in a game. And I thought, geez, this guy, he's got a few tricks. He looks pretty good. And so we've sort of given up that to sort of, you know, with Gunston coming back. But then again, but the whole thing is with AFL now, isn't it? So we got that Majak Chol, or Marbio Chol, sorry, not Majak, Marbio Chol. And you can't have all tools, can you? You've got to have your smalls.
You've got to have your smalls. You've got Ambrosio there. You've got Jack there. I mean, as I said, it's going to be a blending sort of thing. And over the summer, then they'll have the sort of idea what they will try in the first 4 rounds. And if things click, I mean, I always say, you know, take players that want to be at your club. I mean, as I said, they might say initially that they want to be there, and if they say that, that's good. Then you know, get them comfortable, you know, get them talking well, and all the rest of it, and they'll stay. I mean, but if a guy sort of doesn't sort of answer you, and then he sort of thinks, oh, you know, underneath, I don't really, you know, want to be here, then say so, and then we'll just facilitate you moving around, and then we'll get someone that wants to be at Hawthorn or at North Melbourne and wants to play.
That's right.
But I'd be happy with any opportunity. If I was a player now going around, I'd be happy to play anywhere, you know, Darwin, Gold Coast, regardless.
Oh, if you're a young fella, why wouldn't you?
To me, it's that opportunity is a golden ticket, and you just want to get out there and show your best first.
Yeah.
And what could happen, who knows? I mean, as I said, there's lots of you know, guys that have you know, wanted to be, but then they've got to, you know, conform to a little bit of this and give up a little bit of that. You know, sacrifice can.
It isn't.
But if you do want to be an AFL player, well, then you've got to be able to say, well, I want to do it, I want to do it right. But have those older players there will give these younger guys an insight into 10 years ago that they need right now, and that's probably a positive, I reckon.
I think we've spoken about this a few times, Roger, and you know, back in the day, you would have played anywhere. You just wanted, you didn't care. But these young kids now, you know, they
have to play where
they want to play where they want to play. You know, and that Horn Francis is a classic example.
I think what you're trying to say is I don't. This bit about role playing. You know how now they say, oh, I just play me role. If I'm a forward pocket player, I play me role. When you were playing, and back when you had Careys and all these guys and all that, did they role play, or did they just see ball, get out of me way, see ball, get ball, and then play on just ability?
Played position back in my time. If you're playing half forward,
right.
well, then you were always going to be running past, looking for the handball. If you're a wing, you're running down to the back line, trying to, you know, get the ball forward as a link person. So you did play your role as in a forward pocket. I mean, you might have got 5 kicks for the day, but you kicked 3 goals. Well, you played your role for that team. But basically, all those sort of spots, you know, we kicked the ball to centre half forward, and if he didn't mark the ball, he'd bring it to ground, and you were there to pick up the crumbs, or you played up the ground, then turned around and then dived back into the forward line. So there was always that. I mean, as I said, you know, their role playing now is a totally different thing to what we were like. When we were trying to get a kick, and we were trying every which way but loose to get a kick. So, but now they might do a decoy half forward, so you don't get much of the ball. So you're taking someone away, and if that person doesn't go with you, then they're instructed to kick the ball to you. So there's all different things, and there's planning. I mean, basically, we were there 3 times a week. And the instructions were sort of on those days. But now, with the full-timers, you've got every day you can plan and do something. You can say, well, let's plan, let's do this, let's do that. Well, Collingwood have been training to do the last, 2-3 minutes of a quarter, of the game, sorry.
Yeah.
All the way through the year. So, well, they've coached themselves to do this for the last 2 minutes. We're behind or we're in front. We've got to do this way and that way. So they are getting as much intense instructions and training that what we didn't have. We were just basically there, half forward, you get a couple of kicks, get a couple of goals, and that's your job done, and so on and so on.
Well, do you understand the? And I sort of look. I go to the footy. I still get a bit frustrated with it. But you know when they just guard space, right? Now, if you're a great kick, and let's face it, you played AFL. Most of you can kick, left foot, right foot. Well, that's what we're all taught. Left hand, right hand, whatever you can do. Bounce left hand. Some could, some couldn't. But at the end of the day, now they sort of stand in a line.
Yep.
And if you're a damn good kick, I just don't get it when they got their hands up. They kick it 20 metres over their head, and you've got a guy on his own who can run like the wind. And
I'm with you, Glenn. I'm with you. I
sort of
yell at
don't
the
get
TV.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I yell at the TV.
Yeah.
I don't like guarding space.
No.
I mean, everyone, when it gets to the last 5 minutes and you're behind 2 goals and they're still playing zone, to me, you've got to be man on man. You've got to force a turnover. You can't force a turnover by guarding a 10-yard little spot at the front there, and it tips it over your head, and they keep possession of the ball. So to me, if you're going to get the ball back, you've got to play man on man the last 5 minutes and try and get those 2 goals. And Collingwood do that.
They do that, yeah.
And that's their probably one secret is that they man up. And, to me, if more sides manned up a lot more often, they'll get the turnovers. But to try and wait for a wayward kick or an errant handball or a call-on play or from the umpire and then swoop is just too much space. You just... Guarding space to me, is a cheats game. To me, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well, why then? This is my whole argument. All through the year, all these teams, every team does it. Why, when it gets to finals, and especially Collingwood showed Brisbane up. I reckon they showed them up terribly because they put that pressure on down. They put pressure on their
Exactly.
backs.
Yep.
And they did man up to a certain degree. Why, when it gets to finals, is the game different than it is during the year? And that was my whole
there's
thing.
a lot more riding on a finals match. So, obviously position, you win that first final, you get a preliminary final at home. So there's a lot more riding in a final. So, but in a home and away, they've probably got, this didn't work. We can try something new the following week. So finals, there's no second chances. As Melbourne found out, losing by small margins and kicking the ball badly for a goal. But to me, you've got to be a pressure team to be as good all the time. To me, we say guard space, but that to me it's just too easy. I mean, someone turns around and he goes for a half a chase or whatever, but you've got to be. If you're man on man, where's he going to kick the ball? He's going to kick the ball to a contest.
That's right.
And if you're going to be better than your opponent, which obviously teams do pick their players to be better than your opposition, then you'll get a 50-50 chance of getting the ball back.
Exactly.
But if you just give them, if they kick the ball perfectly, like sometimes, Brisbane Lions have got some very, very great kicks, and they could pierce the way up the ground so easily. But when there's someone standing beside one of their players, where's he going to do? What's he going to do? He's going to have a contest, and the ball can come back the other way. But they don't like that sort of stuff now. I just think that's one thing that AFL coaches should get back into, contests. I mean, that's the way to get the ball back. When you have the ball, when you haven't got the ball, and when you...
Well, it is. It's this new chaos thing that they're doing. This chaos where they say, I think Richmond did it. Well, it's like cricket. Yes, it's like baseball because it's just get it, knock it forward, and kick it forward whether it's on the ground, punch it.
Well, that's right.
And they run like rugby players, and they all
Bulldogs
run.
Did that. Yeah, well, the Bulldogs did that in 2016.
They did. Very good.
Forward.
Yeah, they did too, Rog. Yeah, they did,
Geelong,
mate. Well done.
Yeah, Geelong did that in 2011. Remember when, who was it that did the toe poke? That the ball got forward into Ablett's
that
hands.
was Scarlett to Ablett.
Scarlett, just kept going and pushed the ball forward. You don't need to have a 40-metre kick, just a tap on.
That's all it was, mate. So, anyway.
Rod, just if you watch this back, mate, you excuse the spelling that's coming across the screen because Alison's put your name up and spelled it wrong. So you can,
what you do?
Oh,
what you butcher it?
How do you,
I did. I absolutely butchered it.
How did you spell it?
Sorry.
How did you spell it?
I think it had an S in it.
C-L-E-S.
Oh, no.
Actually, I still don't think it's right. It's not.
C-Z-A-K. C-Z-A-K.
C-Z-A-K. You've got...
C-Z-A-K. No S-A-K, because that's a sack.
So
C-Z-A-K.
C-Z. There we go.
Mate, thank you so much for coming on tonight. You've backed me up. Glenn didn't know what was happening.
No, he got me, mate.
I stitched him up.
Sorry, Glenn.
No, it's
I was
all right.
part of it. I was part of it. He said, don't ring me, don't do anything, I'll ring you.
I was stitched up good and proper, to be fair. But no, look, I'll tell you what. I've said it before, Jeff. We've got to get off our bums,
I keep
and we're
saying
going to
it.
come over.
I keep saying it.
I know it's hard, we're families, but we can get over on a plane, mate. We have to come over and see you.
Yeah,
we
no,
will do
we
that.
can do something. Because I've been trying to go to some more North Melbourne games for next year, and
No, we'll go to the races, mate. Who cares? We'll just do
yeah,
anything. We'll just go and have a beer.
Hey, don't worry about the races, mate. I'll be first in line for the races.
Well, there we go. There we go. Let's lock it in.
We'll lock it in.
Well, mate, thank you so much for jumping on tonight for me. That's been absolutely fantastic. And guys, if you're just
my
joining
pleasure,
us,
Jeff.
this is Roger Puddlesach. He played for North Melbourne in the VFL, and he's given us an insight to some of the trades that are happening.
He's been there, done it, and he's played against all those mugs. I meant Collingwoods and all those.
Oh, yes.
Well, he won't disagree. He won't disagree. Mugs.
Geez, I tell you what, the phone will run hot now. I've said that, won't it?
You better watch your back.
Yeah, not
Well,
wrong,
mate,
mate.
I tell you what, we might get you back when the season starts again. We'll do a bit of review
Yeah, we will.
when the game starts again, if you don't mind.
Oh, well, yeah, we can always do that. As I said, I'm up for it. As I said, it's always good to talk to you two guys.
Yeah,
and,
love it.
And you're a great couple to throw some curveballs here or there. And,
Rog, we're not a couple, mate. I just want to put that out.
I don't know about that.
Laurel Hardy or
He's
Abbott
gonna- he's
Costello.
gonna-
Abbott Costello.
He's going to have to shave, mate, if he's my cup.
Mate, absolute pleasure to talk to you again. You're an absolute ripper, mate. Really appreciate it.
All the
Thanks,
best for you
Jim.
and your family over there, Roger. And
Thanks,
you,
Glenn.
you take care, mate. And look after yourself.
All right, you too, and have a great night.
We'll do,
Okay,
buddy.
thanks,
We'll
mate.
talk to you soon.
Cheers, mate.
All the
Bye.
best.
Thanks,
Bye.
thanks, Rog. See you, mate. Bye.
Fantastic.
Oh, sorry, Glenn. I had to do it, mate.
No,
I had to
it's
do
a
it.
stitch up.
I knew that you were going to have a crack at North Melbourne tonight. And hello, Renee. Hello, Corey.
Yeah,
hello,
hello,
everyone.
Renee,
Jumped on.
Corey,
Um,
landscape.
I just-
garden and landscape.
Glennie sent me a text message today saying something about, let's talk about tonight about the million picks that you guys have got. And I thought, it's going to be on.
Yes.
So we've talked to Roger before, ex-North Melbourne player, and I thought,
Yes,
no, I'll get in contact with Rog and he can back me up. And he backed me up, he did.
He did, yeah, he did, mate.
Right.
But, well, look,
I don't see any of the Hawthorn guys
I
coming
reckon
on.
Congratulations to North Melbourne. Anyway, I'm only jealous because we didn't get them all.
Well.
But anyway, that's the way things are going
Like
now.
the
The other
beer.
thing we didn't talk about quickly was the big pay rise they're all going to get.
Yes.
So they're all going to get all the. I think it's from the so-called your youngest to your. I think it's going to double, isn't it? Almost some of the salaries coming through. So
Crazy.
even the ladies, I think they've gone from about 42. I think we spoke about it the other week, didn't we? 42 grand to I don't know to 84.
Something like that.
for in the women's as well.
Yep.
So well done to them. I mean, it's one of those sports now that
Got to ask you a question. How good's Rog?
fantastic.
Hey?
We've got to catch up with it. It's no good.
I know,
We've
I
got
know,
to get
I know,
over
I
and
know.
catch
I'll
up.
never be able to find him in the phone book.
You won't know the spelling.
I'd never be able to find
What
him in
we'll
the
do,
phone
there's
book.
plenty of landmarks in Melbourne. We'll just
bad.
We'll
we'll
meet
just say
somewhere.
we'll meet at that's it.
We'll meet somewhere.
Meet at Young and Jackson's or somewhere.
Guys,
There's
if you're just joining us now, we've just spoken to Roger Puddlesach, ex-North Melbourne player, and my name's Jeff, and this is Glenn. We do sports, and that's all we do. We talk sports, and we talk a lot of rubbish, and we swear at each other a bit. And
we do, mate. This NRL, Jeff, what's going on?
well, before you go to that, that's
Oh, sorry,
was that?
something's dropped out there.
that was the say yes.
Are we
to
going to
the
stay
stadium.
on footy? Huh?
No, we will. But I just wanted to say,
That,
yeah.
put it in the back of the car.
Well, I just wanted to say congratulations to Min Ji Lee.
Minji Lee.
Minji Lee,
What's
the
it,
Oh, my
Minji?
goodness.
BMW Championships in South Korea,
She was
second round.
11 under.
She's in the clubhouse as the 11 under, number one.
What is
She's
she?
11 under or 3 under?
She's clubhouse leader, 11 under.
Oh, she's a
Yeah,
she's a
11
golfer.
under.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's
not in
Australian.
there. She's not in there. But yeah, so 11 under.
In South Korea. Lucky
South
she's not
Great
in
name,
North.
Minj.
She's in
Minji.
Minji.
Well,
Minji
yes. Yeah, good
And
point.
actual
That's
fact,
why you like her.
actual fact, Jeff, her brother is the lad that's doing well for Australia in the golf.
yeah.
Can't think of his first name.
I know who it is, but I
'Cause
can't.
I guarantee his last name's Lee.
Some Lee, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
Anyway.
congratulations. I just wanted to say, mate, before we get on to out with it, Lots happening this weekend. Dan Ricciardo's his first race back after breaking his hand.
Yeah.
So Formula One. Good luck to him. Australia plays Pakistan tonight in the cricket.
Oh, it's do or not.
We'll get onto that. We'll get on that
we'll
soon.
get back to that.
The
What else have we got, Mark?
MotoGP is at the Phillip Island.
Yes.
All right, this weekend.
Okay.
And we've also got the Gold
else have we
Coast. Well, our good mate Corey, he's up on the Gold Coast as we speak.
Oh, he's up there. That's right.
He's going to go
Well
to
done, mate.
the Supercars Gold Coast next weekend, so that's coming up as
bit
well.
of tennis.
So,
We're
what you
looking
drink and you flog. Mate, I'm drinking a Caju Crush. It's a pale ale and it's got fruity flavours. Thank you very much.
Fruity.
Fruity.
Spending too much time watching Channel 9.
What does that mean? Anyway, let's get on with it. Ali, can you play Out With It? Out With It! Are you done?
Yeah.
That was quick.
That was.
She's on the
He's
noggin tonight, isn't she?
absolutely smashing it tonight.
Guys, once again, if you're new, thanks for joining us. This is Out With It. It's a segment. Anything, Glenn?
That gets on our goat, your goat. Just, see, goat.
The goat. The goat.
Anything we just dislike in sport or anything in general. If you want to ring us up and tell us about it.
I'm so glad I stitched you up. I stitched you up.
You did.
I did. I
I'm
stitched you
still
up.
getting over it. I haven't got over it.
Mate, have a listen to this. You're not going to get over this. The NRL is reportedly getting ready to announce that Papua New Guinea will be the 18th team given a licence for the NRL.
Wow.
Papua New Guinea.
And the reason, Jeff, is that I've just read your notes. But the reason they're doing that is to make it. This is what the AFL had to do because
to me. Talk to me.
Has to make 18 teams because the Dolphins came in, so it's obviously it was uneven, was it? Is that right?
Well, no, that's true.
So-
well,
so
the
that's
AFL's
why
the same,
they're bringing them in.
but they're going to bring these guys in 2025. They want to start them off.
Okay.
That's quick.
Well, the way they're going, we got beat in. Well, this is NRL, but I mean, what I'm saying, we got beaten by the Fijians in the other rugby.
Union.
Yeah. So
The other rugby.
the other rugby, in union, and the coach is gone.
No fettuccine tonight. Talk about rugby.
No, I know, but that's actually
somewhere.
quite
He's
good.
working
That
in
is
the
good for
shadows.
Papua New Guinea,
Like
isn't
a
it?
vampire.
Don't you think?
Don't forget the Rugby World Cup. I know, Juanita. We're
The
all
Rugby
over it.
World Cup. Yeah.
Hey, I'm
But
just
we're not in it.
We just wanted to say, everyone, if you've got any thoughts on that, please let us know. Give us a call, ring in. The phone number's there going past. Papua New Guinea, the 18th team. And
Papua.
So, actually, question to any viewers out there:
Here
is
we
there
go.
anyone that? Well, obviously there is. There must be players within the NRL that are from Papua New Guinea, and they are playing.
I don't think
Now, I don't know which ones they are.
I don't think A-grade players from Papua New Guinea are watching our show right now. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. But I don't think they're
They
watching.
might be out on the Kokoda or something. I don't know.
Is that Papua New Guinea?
Papua.
It is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm not showing my
Yeah,
allegiance
they're
right
probably
there.
out there, and they still. I hope they don't know. They don't headhunt anymore. Anyway, so
They
what have we
don't
got
headhunt
there?
anymore.
No headhunters
Did you hear that?
anymore?
No, that's not them. That's another pygmy tribe.
They're your goldfish. Mate, other bits have come from Perth, a consortium linked with the Newtown Jets and another team in Queensland.
Newtown
They were
Jets.
bidding for the 18th licence, right?
Okay.
And also the North Sydney Bears are trying to get back in. So that would have been a good thing, a cool thing to get the Bears. And even Newtown. The Newtown Jets were part of the rugby league many years ago.
Okay, well, that's
And,
good.
They're from Hobart.
So, do you think there's a
No,
little
not
bit?
our
Is
UTM,
there,
no.
is there a bit? Obviously, they're always competing, aren't they? The NRL and Australian rules.
Yeah.
Who's got the better crowd? Who's
Yes.
this?
Are you
Who's
talking
that?
about
It's all
NRL?
yeah.
Yes.
Very
Albanese? Do you want that picture?
Yeah, chuck that up, please.
TV rights is
There
the
we
other
go.
thing.
Al's about to put a picture up of Albanese, our so-called Prime Minister.
Yes.
Paul?
Let's not
He's
let's not talk about politics on our show, but
No, we don't talk politics.
wow, good luck to him on the next election.
I'd like to see him get tackled by the guy holding the green and gold.
I'd like to see him get tackled by, I don't know, a plover.
I'd like to see him
Yeah,
get
she's
chased
lying.
by a magpie.
They're laying at the moment.
Guys,
too.
have a listen to this. I know
They're sitting on the nest
I
at the
hate
moment.
them. I hate them. The federal government has put $5.5 million package together to
Yes.
boost the PNG development campaign. Now, let me turn the page, and I'll read this to you, Glennie.
5.5 mil.
That's just one. Actually, I'll turn the page again, because that's my Roger Pottlesack stitch-up page. Albanese, the Australian Prime Minister, we don't talk politics on the show, so don't worry, don't
Easy,
don't run away, has reportedly indicated privately, so this is private because we're on YouTube and Facebook, right? That his government is prepared to help to underwrite a team in Papua New Guinea
Papua.
with 25 mil. listen to this. This is why it's not out with it. Listen. They're going to underwrite a team with up to $25 million a year from the foreign aid budget.
And poor
Yeah,
old,
why not?
and poor old Tassie, here we are.
Can't get a stadium.
Can't get a stadium.
Well, I got to say, he's
No, he did. He
he's
did.
put money
Actually,
in.
he
I'll
did
give
put
him
money
that.
in.
Australia's a rich
I'll give
country.
him that.
Free hemorrhage
He
money.
did.
Let's just
He
give it away
did.
to
He did.
everybody.
No, it's funny. We're not talking politics. It is strange that he did put money in, Jeff.
Mm.
And it's also strange that his own party down here are the ones.
Oh,
still
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
knock-
no.
Sorry. Anyway, we're not allowed to
News,
do that.
no.
Yeah,
News
sorry.
here. Alison
That's
tells
all
me yesterday that Rebecca White, or this morning, Rebecca White has changed her mind. She's going to vote
Of
for
course
the
she's changed her
stadium.
mind.
I did read that.
You did?
Oh, she's changed her mind.
She's changed her mind. She wants yes now.
She's all for the stadium
Oh,
now.
she's got courtside seats again at the.
No, she's worried about the voters.
Ah, well, she'd be.
Yeah,
she should be.
She's in the minority.
All right.
And she's
Should
worried
be.
That
about
was out with
the
it.
Should be.
You got nothing? You got anything else for out with it? You know?
No, I'm happy with
You
that.
sure?
Yep.
You don't?
Very
All right,
happy
there
with
we
it.
go.
Very.
Out with it!
That out with it.
Oh, we are going to. We can talk about
get
that
him.
later.
We'll get
when
him.
we get to Clayton.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into a bit of trade information. I
Trade
know we've just
news.
talked to Roger a little bit about it, but we're going to quickly, we won't quickly skim over
Here
it.
we go.
But, let's just say
Trade news.
Essendon and Sydney are the big winners out of the trade. All right, I know North Melbourne's got a lot of picks, but these guys have picked up a lot of good players. Sydney, Taylor Adams, Brodie Grundy. Essendon's picked up Todd Goldstein. I don't know how good that's going to be for
Well,
them, but
it'd be a backup, won't he?
it will be. It will be.
And a good mentor for young Draper. Excuse me. And the other young fella there for Essendon, I can't think of his name. Big.
Then,
You think about that one, Lee, and come back with me with that
Jade,
name.
Jade Gresham and Ben Mackay, and,
Well-
and Xavier Dersma.
But all good pick, yeah, because they've all played
He's-
a lot of
he's a
football.
good pickup,
They've
Desmond.
all played a lot of football. I know the Hawks were into Ben Mackay, but
Yes, they got him.
he. What do
Oh,
you
no,
think?
they
What do
didn't
you think? Are you happy that he's?
Yeah, I am.
are?
I watched, obviously, I'm North Melbourne supporter, guys, you would have seen. I watched Ben Mackay a lot of matches this year, and he probably played well in 3 of them.
Yeah.
I don't think he's to the
What-
standard of his brother.
Why they've gone after him, isn't it? I'm only reading this from afar, is that Essendon were getting monstered. They had no monsters down there
Yes.
to handle
Yeah.
the big fours like the Tom Hawkins and that's why they've got him.
Yeah.
But is he? Question, Jeff, to you.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Pick 3, because that's what he was, but wasn't it? Pick,
Oh, do you want me to ring Roger again? Do you want me to ring him back? I'll ring him back if you're still angry.
no, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
thinking. No, I'm just asking
Oh, no,
you.
because we got pick 3 for him.
Yes, that's what I'm angry about. That. Why did Essendon
Which
get?
got
I
us,
wouldn't have paid him that.
which got us Zach
Oh.
Fisher and
Yes,
Stevens.
Dylan
Dylan
Stevens.
Stevens.
I couldn't think of his first name.
So we picked them up for
well,
for Ben.
they're good picks. They are good pickups. Dylan Stevens, a wingman. So I think
Good run.
plenty of midfielders at North Melbourne. So he's your wingman. A Dersma.
I need a
Oh,
good
sorry,
wingman.
no, he's not down there. No, Dersma's not there. Sorry.
Bullshit.
Dersma's
Never
gone
mind.
to another career.
That's Top Gun.
Yeah, sorry, you've got
I don't know
that.
what
You've
you're
got
talking
him,
about
and
right
you got that the guy. What's it? The guy from Carlton. What's his name? Fisher.
Yeah, Zach Fisher.
Zach Fisher.
I
so
like
he's
Corey's not
he
very happy
can
with
he
it.
can play numerous positions: half back, half
Yeah.
forward, wing.
Doggy.
Yeah.
Um,
He's not going to play.
Position.
Oh, fuck. Hey, mate, just
you'll often see him down at the fishmongers in market.
mate, just
Fisher.
just 3 weeks
which is
ago,
right,
Jack
aren't
Ginnivan was running around with the Premiership
He
Cup
was.
for
He was.
Collingwood.
Yeah.
Not even 3 weeks ago.
No,
They won
he was
6
celebrating, wasn't he? And went away to Fiji or something. Not Fiji,
16
Bali. I think
Premiership.
he
Well,
was.
he went to the horse racing the night before.
Well, that's okay.
Is it?
Well, no, you're probably looking at Cleve's tips. You want to get Cleve's tips there. I bet you won a fortune. No, there's nothing wrong with it.
I think he's done a great thing. Same as Roger said. He's
he-
left. He's gone to Hawthorn. He's not going to get a game.
He's
with,
not going to get a game there.
who came in? Lockie
Schultz they got. So they've got a
from
ripper.
Fremantle.
They got to look. They did look. I'll give credit to where it's due. Collingwood said they needed someone like that. He must have come up. I don't know how the hell they got it done, but we were into Lockie Schultz a year ago at Hawthorn, and we couldn't get him. And anyway, he wanted to come back to Victoria. Collingwood were on the front foot. Why wouldn't you want to go to the Premiership side? And he did. And no.
Yeah, I know.
You know
I know.
what I'm saying. So
Hey,
good luck to
just
him.
talking about Schultz. Schultz. No, nothing.
Not out of.
I know nothing.
Not out of Hogan's
And
Heroes.
Liam Henry has gone to St Kilda from Fremantle.
We're into him. We didn't get him either.
So Freo have lost
heaps.
Well, they've lost some good players, and they've picked up nothing in the
Well,
draft.
actually, Corey,
He's got no numbers.
Corey's on the night. So what they did do, they actually last year they lost Akers, who arguably,
I got a couple.
they lost him, didn't they? Akers and Akers.
Acres.
Acres of what?
You got a few acres.
Hard to mow. Hard to mow.
They
You've got a
lost.
couple of acres of hard to
I
mow.
actually have got a couple of acres, but
I know you do,
but the
but not downstairs.
they no, and they lost. They lost. Is it Ben Akers? Or was it Green Acres?
It's Green Acres.
They lost him.
160
No, they lost him.
acres
They've
of
lost, as you
sunshine.
said, they've lost Henry. They've lost Liam Henry. They've lost Lockie Schultz.
Yes.
They've lost the guy that went to you, Load.
Yeah, he was a good player.
He's a really good player. There's someone else they've lost. I can't think. Anyway, why are they losing players then?
I don't know because
Because they're not all Victorians, are they? Or are they? Are they coming back home?
no, but I mean the Fremantle were pretty competitive at certain times during the year. So
Well, they're still a pretty good side, but why? I just wonder why all of a sudden, as I think they're asking the question, why are they all leaving now? My good son's over there in Bali at the moment, and he was. I didn't tell you that he was having a few beers with DeGoey,
Yep.
and he also had a few beers with and was knocking around with Sonny Walters from Fremantle.
did he get any
And Sonny
video for the
Walters had a
Frothy?
few can't say it on here, but he had a few things to say about Fremantle, which I'll talk to you off air.
Oh, okay. There we
And
go.
then we can feed back. Well, I don't want to get into strife, but
Mate,
yeah,
just-
that's
just-
interesting.
Just
right?
just on that, and nice letting us know that. But
you.
Justin Longmuir is also up for contract. His contract's up and out as well. So what do they do there?
Are the players? Well, this is what you've got to work out. Are the
That's
players
what I'm
leaving?
asking. I'm asking the
Well,
question.
we don't know, but he was at Collingwood too before he got the gig at. He was an assistant coach to Buckley, wasn't he? And I just wonder, if he's doing the right thing there. They don't like him, or
Can't play for
there's favourites, or
Can't
there's
play
not.
for a coach you don't like, can you?
Well, we don't know, but look, Fremantle could come out again, and they could. I don't know who they've got coming up at the draft. We'll have a look, but they could get some kids there.
Freo's got no one, mate. I'll tell you right now what they've got, and it is Zipper Aruni. So they've lost players,
They've lost plenty.
and who's left? Joel Hamlin. He's gone
Oh
to Sydney.
yes, well he
Rocky
was good.
Schultz
He was he played at the Dogs.
Gone to Collingwood. Oh,
Yeah.
I've gone to the Dogs. Liam Henry. He's gone to St Kilda. Who's
Oh, Liam Henry. That was the
who's
other
arrived?
guy.
No one. And this is
No.
this is their draft picks, kids. 34, 46, 60, and 64.
Dun, dun.
They're not good.
No good.
They're
No.
not good.
No, so I'm putting a F
Yeah.
for failure.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hmm.
I'm putting an F for
You.
Glenn. Nick Bryan.
failure.
Who?
Nick Bryan.
Nick Bryan. Well done,
Failure.
our makeup artist has spent a lot of work on me tonight.
All right, mate. Just quickly, I'm going to race
No,
this
in fact,
really
Nick
quickly.
Bryan was
What are
that
you racing
ruckman
through?
down at Essendon.
Just the trade stuff still.
Nick Bryan.
Who was left
Bryan.
from Adelaide
Bryan.
Crows? Tom
Bryan.
Doherty.
Bryan.
Tom Duday.
Doherty,
He's
sorry, Doherty.
Duday.
He's gone to Brisbane. Shane McAdam has gone to Melbourne.
He's left.
Duday.
He's actually left Adelaide, and he's gone there.
They've picked up Chris Burgess from the Gold Coast.
Chris Burgess, he's from the Gold Coast. He can play forward or back. He was playing at Gold Coast Reserves.
Yep. They've got draft picks 10, 14 and 20 if you're an Adelaide Crows supporter.
Oh, put that on the
So that's nothing.
Pinot.
So, 10 and 14s actually.
Yeah, that's all right.
There's
That's
some
okay.
good picks.
That's
They've got.
okay.
They've got some good picks.
Brisbane Lions, mate.
Hang on, let me get up with you.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry,
I'm
I'll
going
back.
forward, then we're going to go
through.
backwards.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry.
There we go. Sorry, keep going.
Stay with us.
Where are we?
Brisbane
Carl?
Lions, mate.
Brisbane Lions.
Who was left?
Tom Fullerton?
Yeah.
Okay, he wasn't getting a game, was he? He's about 197 centimetres. They've lost Grundy, so
Yes.
they needed a backup type ruckman. He was a basketballer, so he's got a bit
really?
of athleticism.
Yep, Jack Gunston.
Well, Jack was there for a year. He had holiday. He didn't like the sun, and he's got back to the family club, mate. Look, he's had. Look, all jokes aside, he's had a rough time, I think, since his dad's passed, and I think he thought the grass might have been a bit greener on the other side,
And it wasn't.
And it wasn't. So he's
Well,
got
up in Brisbane, they don't get a lot of rain and sort of
No.
sun. So it would have been brown
Anyway,
grass.
he-
Brown grass.
he's the, do you know, he's him and Luke Bruce, mate. They got a sixth sense, so he'll go back and they'll Lukey.
So
He'll help him.
Brandon Ryan goes to
Well, he
to
was the
Brisbane.
Hawthorn guy. He's 200 centimetre. I actually rate this kid. He's really good, but he's about 26. He's not. No, I mean 25, 26. He's from Barwon Heads originally, and he's played in different clubs. He went to.
This is not written down, guys. This is just coming from his head.
He went to. Played for who are they?
Sorry,
not Carlton. No, it's
I'm-
like
I'm
Carlton.
much up then.
No, Coburg.
Yep.
He played for Coburg, and they were sitting on the bottom of the ladder.
Yep.
We got him. We said in the mid draft, we'll get this guy. He came out, kicked 3 goals against Collingwood. He's got. He's a little bit like a Dustin Fletcher. He's got those big, long, dangly arms, and he's a really good player. And Hawthorn must have thought, oh, well, we've got him, and we'll just give him a year contract because he came off a rookie. Brisbane was smart enough. They turned around and said, no, we'll give him
They
3
stitched
to
him
4.
up and get rid of bloody.
And Jack said he wanted to come back, and they said, oh, well, there was a little thing about that, though.
So they got rid of some dead weight and Gunston's
Well,
come back.
they had to. What they had to do, they had to give him Brandon Ryan to get the Shoal deal
Yes,
done.
I know.
And I think that's how we don't understand it sometimes. But they had to move someone to get someone. So that unearthed 2 other picks. They got him and that guy from Essendon.
So their draft picks, this is Brisbane Lions, we're talking about number 30,
Right, sorry.
39, 51,
got off
54 and 67. So
Yes.
all high draft picks there, Glennie.
Yeah, Carlton. Where's Corey out there?
Oh, he's there
Can you
somewhere.
read this one,
Oh,
please,
Got this
mate?
somewhere.
Who was left? Carlton, Zach Fisher is
Yeah.
being traded to
Gone.
Melbourne. Paddy Dowd's gone to St Kilda.
Fair enough. Wasn't getting a go.
Who's arrived? Who's arrived, Glenn?
Elijah Hollins, who is the brother of the guy that's there. I can't think of his first name. Hollins, young Hollins.
Elijah's in the news for the wrong reason.
He's come with a little bit of a pipe in his mouth.
Bit of
Did you smoke a pipe up your nose?
cocaine. He's gone. But he told the club, hey, Elijah, he did tell the
He did
club
tell him he came
before
clean.
he left and said, I
He's
have
come
been...
clean, hasn't he?
Well, I hope he's clean. He's been...
Otherwise, he'd be a dope,
He's
wouldn't he?
been, he's been stitched up with cocaine.
God,
So
well, a bit of humour. No, sorry, Corey. He'll be right down there.
he's been arrested
He'll
for...
get round all the Carlton bars, and he'll be right out there, won't he?
And he told he's been drafted to Carlton, and he told Carlton up that, hey guys, I have been done for this, and Carlton's taken a gamble, and they've said we'll still take it.
Actually, Carlton have done all right. They've given up Zach Fisher, Paddy Dow. They probably wasn't getting the game all the time.
Yep.
They picked up this young Hollins. They've got draft picks 22, 28 and 70. They haven't really lost anything.
Yep.
They're in the window.
Yep.
This kid can play, young Hollins. The fact is that a lot of these boys are boys and they're going to try something, some substance. And I tell you what, I think it's a bit rampant in the AFL anyway, so I don't think it'd be any different than anyone else.
Mate, I'm going to skip through Collingwood because we're already talking about Taylor Adams and Jack Ginnivan and Lockie
yep,
Schultz.
we have.
Collingwood's picks are 19, 33 and 80.
They've done all right, haven't they?
Essendon's done all right.
Essendon, okay, yeah.
So who's left? Massimo D'Ambrosio.
He's a 20-year-old,
Gone to
gone to Hawthorn. He was picked up in the rookie draft. He was at Richmond. Went to actually Hawthorn liked him back then. Couldn't get him. Went to the Dons. Played 16 games over the 2 years. He's quick. He's a dead-eye dick with the ball. He kicks the ball beautifully. Hawthorn like that.
Dead-eyed dicks.
Hawthorn like that, and they like dead-eye dicks.
Yeah.
And,
Do ya? You heard it here first.
What is a dead-eye dick?
It's when you don't miss. You don't miss a
Exactly.
target. He's a dead-eye dick.
Exactly.
It's something that a lot of AFL players can't do.
Mate,
But at any rate,
Brandon-
he's got Brandon Zerk Thatcher, who was a medium-sized backman who was pretty good. He's gone to Port Adelaide.
Yep.
Who's arrived, Jeff?
Mate, they've picked up Todd Goldstein from North Melbourne
do
as
you think
a
about
free agent. You look, mate, I like to see a one club player, and Todd probably could have been. He will still would have got a fair amount of games this year. Cherry will come back in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's your
from
main
injury,
ruckman,
so he'll be our main ruckman.
and the other guy from Richmond, who's that?
Coleman Jones.
Coleman
isn't it?
Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's
well,
going to be a
well,
star as well. He's gone to Essendon.
Yeah, but why?
Well, because he's probably not going to get a game Well, he would have got a few games, but I think he's just...
Has he gone as a coach
I
as
think
well?
they've offered him a coaching position.
It's a little bit like a Gunston, like we were talking about with
Yeah.
Roger, is it? He's
Yeah.
there to help out
Yep.
Draper because
Yep.
young Phillips has gone to Lauderdale.
Yep.
Yeah, did you know that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Ben Mackay's also gone as a free agent to Essendon. I'm not real unhappy about that because we've got a good pick for him.
Yep.
And look, he hasn't been doing the best for us, but some people just don't play well for a club they don't want to be at. And obviously he didn't want to be at North Melbourne.
No.
So see you, mate. Good luck.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jade Gresham come from St Kilda.
Well, he'd be okay. I thought he got it a bit stale at the Saints.
Yep.
And I good mate Aussie who's away. Enjoy your trip over there, Ostrich.
Ostrich.
But he's a good player, this guy, and he was injured, and I think he could be a really good player at the Bombers. So they've done well there, and they also picked up Xavier Dersma.
And he's the guy I rate.
And he's the one that kicks the goal and pulls the old bow and arrow. Sorry, he goes, kicks the goal, but he'll be good there because he was falling out of favour a little bit. What are their picks there, Jeff?
Gosh,
At Essendon.
I've gone 9, 31, 35, and 61. So they've still got a
how
top
do we
10
rate
pick.
them? We give them an A.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, we're giving them an A. If we go back,
I reckon
Collingwood,
they're
we'll
top of
give
the
them a B.
table.
We'll give them a B.
Sydney's second.
What do we give them, Carlton? We'll give them a.
Mate, C minor, I think.
They get Eli. Oh, yeah, but they've got 22. No, we'll give them a C. Pass.
Sorry, Corey. C minor.
We'll give them a C.
Mate, we're going to skip through these ones. Fremantle, we've already spoken
Yeah,
about.
Geelong Cats. They've done nothing.
Mate, 8, 25, 76, 87, and 94. They've lost.
They've lost the Rat.
Radigaluga. Who is this? Oh no, it's not. Gold Coast Suns. They've lost Chris Burgess, Elijah Hollins. Your guy,
Marbio
Child.
Yeah. Well,
who's arrived? No one.
No, but what they've done,
Yeah,
and
I know.
we spoke
Here we go.
about this. Here
Bring
we
it
go.
on.
This is their picks, though.
Bring it on.
Let's go here. Draft picks. This is actually more than North Melbourne. But have a look at this. 24, 26, 27, 32, 36, 38, 66, 71, and 74.
No wonder I've got a
Sounds
couple
like
of
a
acres.
whole team
Gold
there.
Coast.
This is
Gold Coast
Gold
Suns.
Coast. Now, what they do, now I don't understand it 100%, Jeff, but
We're
I'll
about
be
to
very
learn.
basic here and very quick.
Roger.
Is that they...
Oh, not Roger.
They what they've done, they've gone to sides like the Bulldogs.
Yes.
And they've given up their top, I think it was in the top couple, 1 or 2, 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. They've given that up, and they give that to Western Bulldogs, who now come in at pick 5.
Yes.
So they said, there's pick 5. But we want points. Now, this is how it works with the draft. They get points. No, they get these academy guys coming in, their academy. These are guys that starred for the Allies. Jed Walter is a big forward, about 194 centimetre bull, who will play up forward, and he'll be next to that one of the twins up there, what's his name? King. So he'll play senior straight out. This kid, he's a gun. He's your Harley Reid forward. Pick 2 he'll go.
Do you want to just have a quick break while you're talking here?
Pick 2.
Pick 2.
He'll go pick 2.
Pick 2.
Yep.
Just because you said Harley Reid, I have put a little bit of a clip together.
Yep.
On,
have a look. We'll have a
on
look at
Harley
it.
Reid,
Well,
because a
let's have
lot
a
of
look
people, I'd never seen Harley Reid. I don't know who he is.
He's a gun.
And
He's a Dustin Martin type.
I've put a little clip together, guys. So if you haven't seen Harley Reid, the number 1 draft pick that will probably
He's
go
a
to
good
West
boy.
Coast.
He's a good country boy.
So
Right.
where did this come from, Jeff? Because you've got your.
Yeah, I like him. I like
Yeah.
this kid.
You can't put your thing on it and say it's yours.
Well, it's not mine.
He's absolutely going to be a jet.
It'll be
Whoever
in the
gets him,
description.
Yeah, it'll be in the description.
whoever gets him is going to be flying, mate.
We'll put a
Absolute
description
jet.
thing in there, but let's just have a quick look at this, mate, and
All right.
talk about Harley Reid.
Kicks it to the path of Harley Reid. Bounces obligingly for him. Harley Reid. Oh, how about that with the sidestep? Kick towards half forward is a beauty.
We know that the footballing prowess runs in the family. Kicks a little bit short. Rub hands to it. Reid's got 3. He's going to offload. He spots Harley Reid. Makes the position and takes it.
Up and under ball. Reid top of the square, he's got it. Drop punt on the acute angle. Never in doubt.
Exciting for the Crows. Shelley, Rankin, Hillford, McGrath.
Needs to be carefully behind opportunist. He's got Reed one-on-one. Bodywork terrific. Did he take that? He did.
Here is number 3. Right on cue, Harley Reid takes a bounce. Takes a second.
That right foot kick. And working his way to the front of it all. Harley Reid again.
Just,
Goodness gracious.
mate, how much did Dustin Martin
I think he's
see?
going to Hawthorn, and I'd give up the kitchen sink to get him. Have a look at him. He can play, can't he? What you didn't see is the games he played. He actually played VFL a couple of games. He won. He represented Carlton,
In
Essendon, and
Port.
someone else.
Port Adelaide, though.
Was it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
But it was someone else, but he dominated in all them. He can take a hanger, which you didn't see. That game that you just saw there, I watched that, and he came back. He was injured in that game.
Oh, really?
And that was in he was playing for the Vic Country, and that was against, I think it was Adelaide or someone like that. And he still dominated. He kicked 3 in the first quarter in that game that we just watched. But
How many Fendos? He just did that little quick.
Whoever gets him, it will be West Coast. I think.
Yeah,
I don't think you guys will be that
you
silly to
can't
give
give
up
up
2 and
like
3,
that. No.
as Roger said, and he'd know. But he's going to be a gun, mate. That Jeb Walter, they'll package quickly back with Gold Coast. They'll get Jeb Walter, Ethan Reid, who's 200 and something plus odd centimetres, a ruckman.
No relationship to Harley.
No.
No.
And Jake Rogers, who's a very nippy. All these guys are in the top, say, he's at 2, Ethan Reid 10, and the other guy at about, say, 9 or 11.
Yep.
And they're all their academy. They'll get all in.
Yep.
So when you see, then they'll get all those picks
I'll
there.
read them out. 20. Well, you read them out, didn't you? 24, 26, 27, 32, 36, 38, 66, 71,
They're
74.
fine, mate.
They probably won't use 66
Well,
to
now,
74.
question to you, Jeff.
Yes.
All these players they're getting,
Yeah.
right? Surely, with all this,
They've got to.
they're playing finals.
They have to.
Well, if
They
they
have
don't,
to.
it's got to be now. And they've got the Messiah, the new Messiah, the new Clarkson, and his mate
Yeah. From Richmond.
from Richmond. So he's going to do. He reckons he's just got to turn up, and they'll coach themselves.
Well,
But,
what if he doesn't? What happens to him if he goes up there and they they continue to fail? What happens then?
Well, then we're going to have to start asking questions because they've got player after player, pick after top pick, top pick, top pick, top
Because,
pick.
seriously, Glenn, let's talk just quickly because I know this is going a long time now, but
Yeah, it is.
just quickly, name some of the coaches the Gold Coast have had. I mean, seriously.
Well, if you go way back, I think you're talking Guy McKenna. I don't not in
Yeah.
no order. I think
No,
it was
no.
Guy McKenna, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was that
Terry.
even Hinkley was I don't think he was a senior coach, but he was a coach, not the senior coach, but he was there
Yep.
at one stage, I think.
Yep.
You had
Was Terry.
yes, yeah. Well, Rodney Eade was a
Rodney
coach
Eade,
there.
Rodney
Rodney Eade
Eade.
was a coach there.
And Terry, I can't remember his name, but he coached Bulldogs.
Terry Wallace.
Terry Wallace, was he there?
Can't remember.
Don't know, but anyway.
No, I don't think so. Well, he
They've had your Hawthorn bloke.
Stewie Jew.
Stewie
Yeah,
Jew.
but they had different guys there. I can't remember.
It's just
all now.
ridiculous. I mean, how long they've been around the comp for?
Well, this is what I mean. They've been there as long as GWS, and GWS, to their credit, have done a lot better than what Gold Coast have. So,
Well-
and they've played finals. And I'll tell you what, if you really think about it, they were that close, that close to playing in the grand final.
Well, they will be next year.
They're
I think
a
they
good
will be
side.
next
So,
year. And that's
no excuses anymore. Let's get this out of the way. I'm giving them a
Ooh.
because that is one hell of a draft hand.
done well.
If they might even pass on some of them for next year. Apparently
I think
next
so.
year's draft's
I
going to
think
be
so.
good too.
Mate, and that's a good leeway straight into the GWS Giants.
Yeah.
They Matt Flynn has left to West Coast.
Ruckman.
They've got no one coming, but they've got draft picks of 7, 16, 43, 59,
Smart.
77, 79.
They won't need them.
But they've done all their work previously.
Won't need them.
All right, the big one, Hawthorn. The
Okay.
brown and gold, the poo.
Yes, the great colours. Tyler Brockman
Goodbye.
gone. Disappointed. He's a young kid who
Under the door, he's
I
gone.
rated very highly. He's from there, WA.
Yes, I know.
He's got some twins, mate. He's got a couple of twins, and he's only about 22 years of age or 21. and he wanted to go home. Understand that, be close to the family.
Jacob.
Disappointed. Jacob Kaczynski, he's been at Hawthorn for the last
Kaczynski.
6 years. Cousin of
V8
Kaczynski.
supercar driver.
Kaczynski that played
For
for St
Erebus.
Kilda with Rewalt back in the day. Cousin. But he's gone to Richmond for more game time.
Yes.
Brandon Ryan, who we spoke about, has gone to the
Yes, we know that.
Lions. So we've lost Ford, and Ford.
And you've picked
And
up
we've picked up
Ford.
So
Ford.
Ginnivan was one that we didn't go after, but that was on the last day of trade. We got him. Well done, Hawks. Gunston's a Ford from Brisbane. Marbio Chol from the Gold Coast is a Ford. And then
Massimo.
Massimo can play back, forward, wing. We have picks 4, 44, 47, 49, 62, and 63. We've kept most of our picks. Well done, Hawthorn.
Giving them a what, Lenny?
I'm giving them
B
a
minor.
B.
Or B plus?
Because it's Hawthorn, I'm giving a B plus.
You are up.
I'm going to give them a B plus. No, I think they've done all right. I don't know
All right.
yet.
I'm jumping.
Because we're saying that, but they may fail.
No,
Who
of course,
knows?
they, of course they will.
They could fail.
All right, we're going to restart notching this up, mate. Melbourne, who's left? James Jordan's gone to Sydney. James Harms, he's
Yes.
gone to Western Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Brody Grundy, he had to go. He's gone to Sydney.
Right, fair enough, because played
Go to
reserve.
Sydney.
Played reserves, James Harms, gone to the Dogs, a good player.
Gone to the
Premiership player.
Yes.
A couple of years ago, fell out of favour.
Yep.
James Jordan played on the wing again.
Yep.
I think he came in the grand final, came off the bench. Good player, in and out all the time. He wants more game time, gone to Sydney.
Who they pick up?
They're young, one's young, Jordan is young, Harms not. Brody Grundy had to go.
Oh, I had to.
He will dominate, don't he, up there, Sydney?
Well, it'll be nice to see.
Well,
It'll
I
be
think he'll be
interesting.
back in his element. He'll go well up there. Who arrived? Okay, we spoke about that Fullerton, who's gone there before from Brisbane. Shane McAdams, Indigenous boy who can play.
Is
can
that
take
is
big
that a
load.
Indigenous? Is that a McAdam from the McAdam clan?
They're all related, mate.
Because there was
Absolutely,
a lot of good
he is, and they
McAdams.
were from South Australia. Yeah, I don't know, but he can play.
Yep.
And Jack Billings,
Ooh, hello.
he fell out of favour with Ross, and a lot of injuries, and he's gone there. You know, it's do or die for him. He can play.
Jack Billings had a bit of problem with Ross River fever, I believe.
Yeah, well, he could have done.
With
What, Billabong?
no,
No.
what is Bass Strait or something?
No, Bass
All right, who have they got? Draft
They got
picks.
6, 11 and 42.
So they've done all right on Melbourne. They've done okay.
Yeah, well, even I heard them packaging. They thought they could package and get over
They're trying. They're trying.
I
They're
think
not going to
jump in
package with 6, 11, and
They're
42.
not going to jump in front of North Melbourne.
No. Where you rate Melbourne, mate? Come on.
Well, picked up some forwards. Oh, well, we're not talking about that yet. Are we talking about the indiscretions?
No, we'll come to that.
We'll come to that. Okay, we'll give them. That's pretty good. 6 and 11's good. So and they're up there. So we'll give them a B plus,
B plus.
wouldn't we? No.
Oh, I know you're doing scores. I'm happy
What
with
do
that.
you think, B?
North Melbourne. No, we didn't. Who's left? Todd Goldstein, goodbye. Ben McKay, goodbye. Who's arrived? Dylan Stevens from Sydney.
pick 5.
Zach Fisher from Carlton.
Good player.
And
Bigoa Nyong.
that's why you're here, from Richmond.
Yes, he's a looks like a Sudanese African boy again, a little bit like the guy that we've got, Joel. Plays down back for Richmond.
Good.
Yeah, I've seen his highlight thing, but couldn't get in their side all the time. A young guy, so you know what I mean. Not getting the chance when we talked to Roger.
That's what
Sitting
I'm
back,
thinking.
he can play. Gets a go gets a go here at North Melbourne, and they wanted Backman because he's gone. That guy that you don't like now, Mackay, he's gone.
Oh, I did not like him. I did not like him.
no,
But
but-
I just, if you're going to leave a club and you don't want to be there, then
So you will get back the guy from Perth we spoke about who was injured
Logue.
last year. You know, the one for Fremantle.
Yeah, Logue.
Logue, sorry, well done. Sorry, didn't hear.
Yeah.
Going deaf. Logue's back, and this guy can play in the back line, so they're two big tools. And you've got Dylan Stevens from Sydney, who was picked 5, as I said.
Wingman.
And he's a wingman, so you needed outside run, and Zach Fisher, you needed outside run, and there's your 2 outsiders because you've got plenty of insides.
We've got a lot.
What picks have you got, Jeff?
Let me start
Do you want
by
me
saying...
to? Do you want me to
I've
sit
got
down
it.
and go to sleep with the violin?
I've
Here we
got
go.
it. I've
Go
got
on,
it.
way you go.
And for
mate.
those guys who are just joining us late, we did have a North Melbourne player on earlier this evening, just to stick it to Glenn. Roger Podolzak used to play for North Melbourne in the VFL. Mate, we have draft picks number 2, 3, 15, 17, 18, and 57. I think we might have scrapped 57.
And you even get something next year.
Well, we do. We do.
But, I mean, what the hell?
No, seriously.
What do you get something for next year for?
Because we're just a great team. Look at the colours. They're blue and white. You know, we're not gold and brown like your crappy poo team. I rate them as an A. I rate them as an A+.
Is that why we're blue and white?
Yeah, we are.
I didn't realise that.
You just got it.
I only got it. I've been doing this show for God knows how many years.
The Frothy is
it.
North Melbourne, mate. A+,
God.
North Melbourne. You've got to rate that A+.
Yeah, okay, we'll give that an A.
Seriously.
Is it A+? Can we give it a plus?
I would. Come on.
Give it A. I'm giving an A.
He's not going to give it a plus.
I'm giving it an A.
You are such a
and
shithead.
I'm giving the AFL, because they give it to you, I'm giving them an A.
I'll give you an
I'm
F.
giving them
That's
a
a
plus.
flunk, mate.
I'm giving
Seriously.
them a plus
How
because
the hell can you not
Rogers
give
up.
North
Roger,
Melbourne,
where are
with
you,
all that crap that they've got, you're not going to
We go to the.
I'll bring him back.
We go to the braces next year.
I'll bring him back.
I had enough of this.
Stitched you up
Anyway,
already.
Port Adelaide, mate.
Port Adelaide. Who's left? Xavier Dersmery's gone to Essendon, as we said. Who's
they-
arrived?
geez.
Ivan Soldo.
Soldo
He's from
from
Star
Ruckman.
Wars.
So they give up a bit for him because they're Port's ruckman are getting aging, mate. They didn't really have a ruckman, and so they picked him up. That Jordan Sweet, he was
Western
playing another big ruckman. So they've gone two. They've all gone all big, haven't they? And Esfana
Radigalia and Zerk Thatcher.
They wanted backman,
the Berserker.
so they needed someone to go against the big Hawkins.
I just want to say, listen, the draft's 73. That's their pick. They've got one pick, 73.
No, that's it.
So
Yeah,
they're
done.
out. They're done.
They're done.
But they were very competitive this year.
And this
competitive.
they're talking grand final.
Oh, you reckon?
I'm not, but they are.
Where are you putting them? With this team, with these people, where are you putting them?
Well, they were pretty good.
They were good.
Yeah, so
I seriously, I thought it was a
suppose you'd have to say
Collingwood
it's
Port
an
Adelaide
A,
grand final.
An A.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think they've got North Melbourne's line, but it's A.
Yeah. But they've got a
They've
draft
done well.
pick,
They
pick.
went after them and they got them.
Yeah, well done, Port Adelaide. Well done.
Okay.
Guys, if you disagree with anything we're saying, please dial in and
Richmond, mate, haven't
rip
got
it off.
much.
Mate,
What have
they got a big F for me. That's a fail. They got nothing.
Fail for Richmond.
They lost your bigger guy,
Ion.
Ivan Soloto, for a solo from Han Solo.
Yeah,
Who's
picked up
arrived? Jacob
Kaczynski, well, he was on the
Hawthorne.
pre-field Hawthorne, but I don't like him. He's gone.
Draft picks 29, 41, 65, and 68. So, unfortunately, Richmond,
Yeah,
nothing.
we might beat them next year.
Going down.
St Kilda,
St Kilda, who's left? Nick Caulfield.
Caulfield, yeah.
Caulfield from Western
the
Bulldogs.
Dogs.
Jack Billings gone to Melbourne. Who's arrived, Glennie?
Liam Henry from that little wingman from get another
This is-
Indigenous
this-
boy. They
this
were a
is a
little
good
bit,
pickup.
they were peeved off. We went after this guy. He can run. He's quick, and they reckon they spent a lot of time with him. But it was a little bit like that guy that we had that was gone back to Western Australia. This guy wanted to come to Melbourne. He wanted to come the other way. He's a Western Australian boy.
He goes both ways. doesn't he?
He wanted to be around. He wanted to be around. What's his name? The guy from played at Hawthorn and the wingman, Aboriginal boy there. I can't think.
Rioli.
No, I'll think of it in a minute. Anyway, and Paddy Dow,
Good
that's
pickup.
fair enough. They've got picks 13, 21 and 40.
What do you give him? C? B?
I don't know, like
You what?
C. I'll give it a pass because they got pick 13 and 21. They're good, two good picks there. So
All right, kids, 3 more to go, and then we've got a couple of little
Got a
sports things to
C.
talk about, but we're nearly done. On the home straight, Glennie, Sydney Swans, I reckon, probably second best of the competition
Yes.
behind Essendon. Who's left? Dylan Stevens, obviously gone to North Melbourne. Who's arrived? James Jordan from Melbourne, Joel Hamling from Fremantle, Brodie Grundy from Melbourne,
they needed a backman.
Taylor Adams from Collingwood. So that's a good pickup for Sydney. mate.
Well, they needed him because, and why did? Well, I can tell you why they needed Adams from Collingwood is because their captain, gets their captain. He went out and Mad Monday. He done his shoulder in wrestling like me and you do, wrestling, and he done his shoulder. He won't come back till halfway through the
Is
year.
that right?
No, that's it. That's why they
Yeah,
got him.
goose.
So actually, very disappointing for John Longmire, the horse. He was a horse after he found out.
I bet.
But
Picks number 12, 45 and 55, Glenn.
they're say, isn't it?
What do you... A? Yeah, it's an A. It's an A. It's an A.
Yeah, no, they keep getting. They've got a good academy too. They always keep getting good players.
Glennie,
Sydney.
this one really worries me because we're
So
talking
Geelong,
West...
no.
No.
I did say that before, didn't I?
Yes.
Don't like them.
No, we don't know.
Did I give them an F?
I don't know, but we've moved on.
I didn't move them. I'm just going to tell you.
West Coast Eagles, right? Who's left? No one.
No.
Right? So they haven't cleaned anything out. They come dead motherless last.
Yes.
They haven't cleaned anything out. Who's arrived? Matt Flynn.
No, they did.
From GWS.
They didn't clean out, but they had some retirements.
Yeah, I know.
But that's not a clean out.
No.
No, I get what you're saying.
Their draft picks, right? One, Harley Reid, probably. 23, 37, 58. I don't think that's spectacular for a team that's on the bottom of the ladder. Well, sorry, second.
Well, but they're hoping to get a few guys back that were injured last year back, I suppose. And they got, the young boy from Brockman from Hawthorn, but, he's got to get in the side. He's still got to play well there. So, it's going to be not going to be easy for him straight up.
Yep.
But Flynn is a ruckman.
Yep.
So that's what they got. A ruckman who was third stringer.
Nat
No, he was a third. Yeah, well, he was a third stringer at GWS.
Okay.
He wasn't in that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Mate, last.
That's the footy trade.
What are you going to rate that? What do you rate their trade? West Coast. Where were you out there?
Well, they get Harley Reid. So,
but that's
we think they will.
It's a gift because they finished last, so it's not even. They haven't done well because it's a gift.
No.
Other than Harley Reid and the number one pick, they've got nothing.
They've not failed, have they?
I fail it. If I was West Coast, if you're a West Coast supporter, please let us know what you think because to me that's a fail.
Apart from Harley Reid, it's a fail.
Oh yeah. Western Bulldogs, last on the list. Who's left? Jordan Sweet's gone to Port Adelaide. Who's arrived? James Harms from Melbourne. Nick Cofield from St Kilda. They have draft picks 5, 48, 50, 52, 53, 56, 69, 72, 75.
Well, they've done all right, the Dogs, because they are after the one boy that's not there in the draft. They're after. Remember Croft the father, played for them.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, he wasn't Colin Croft because he was a bowler. Played at West Indies. I can't think of his first name.
Turn it up, Glenn.
It wasn't Colin Croft. Anyway, Croft. Anyway, he's a big guy, another big forward. But how many big forwards can they have? They've got. Remember that Luke Darcy? His boys wasn't playing all the time. He's about 6'7", 6'8".
He shows potential.
And well, he's going to be a great player, but they can't keep all of them, Jeff. And they've got all these picks again. So I'd say yes, they've done well, but again, pressure is on them.
Yep.
I give that a lot of late picks.
That's a lot of late picks, man. A lot of late. I don't think they've been.
Give it a C.
C. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, so.
All right, two more things, Lenny, on the footy. First of all, Melbourne's Joel Smith has tested positive for a banned substance. Another one.
All right. So are they going to go light? It was cocaine.
Well, seriously, mate. This is 3 months ago.
And what I'm really dirty about, it was round 23, and he dominated against Hawthorn. And he was full of coke.
Well, it was Hawthorn. Yeah,
Sunday,
August 20.
You're not meant to have gassy stuff before you go out and play.
Mate, 3 months ago, this is not good enough. And I got a messenger today from Billy Gardner, an ex-Tempin bowler and coach of, I don't know, Queensland, Australia, whatever it is.
Is it related to what?
It's saying that this is crazy. Wayne Gardner. I like the way you think.
He's from Queensland.
You're right, Billy. This is absolutely an outrage. Someone who tested positive to cocaine through... Oh, actually, I said the other guy was cocaine. Might have been this guy.
I think it was this guy.
Yeah, it is this guy.
So he's the... You know who he is, don't you? He's the boy. You know his father, don't you?
No.
They played at North Melbourne.
Really?
Yeah, the one that took the Smith, that took the big mark, and all the lights lit up at Brisbane that year and that. He went to Melbourne. He started at North Melbourne, went to Melbourne, and took the hanger of the year, hanger of a lifetime.
Why did it take 3 months to get a test result through to the clubs?
Well, that's just what they're going crook at, Jeff. How come that happened? So I thought they must have tested him. You've got to pee or whatever they do after the game or whatever it is. So they had it then, and as you said, it's come out now.
Last week. I
think
it was notified last week.
What did I say? That was round 23.
20th of August.
Round 20.
I was only 23 when that happened.
It was 20. Yeah, it was round 23.
That was a while ago.
But anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. Do they make a thing out of this? They keep saying about. I meant Rioli from Port Adelaide. He got, mixing up his samples and all that. He obviously was guilty. They'll say we'll wrap our arms around him and we'll get him back and all that. Is 3 months enough, Jeff?
Hunters and collectors? Throw your arms around me. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So is 3 months enough?
No.
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 So what should they do then?
Well,
12-month ban?
Well, you got to set a precedence on it. And look, I'm more upset with the AFL or the drug committee who does this crap.
Do you think? Let's
What
be
if
brutally
this-
honest. We don't know, but I've heard different things, and when you go to Melbourne, I hear different things. But I think that it's rampant.
Oh, I agree with you.
Throughout the whole,
I agree with
the
you.
whole league. I think they're all having a bit of.
I agree
I
with
think
you.
they're all having a bit of a snort.
100%. There'd be a lot of people out there who'd agree with this as well.
And I think that's happening. And the thing is that they're having what they have because it's usually it doesn't show up. From what I can believe, it doesn't show up like some of the other drugs. And I think that these guys, it's their way of release or pressure or whatever you want to call it.
Well, maybe
and,
they should be able to go out and have a couple of beers and enjoy themselves and be bloody
see, back
people
in
and pick up
back in the day, Roger would tell you that see at half time we'd have a smoke and drink.
I know.
Well, we wouldn't drink, but after the game,
Some would.
We'd drink plenty, but
Some would.
But so that's what happens, mate. You should be able to go to the pub.
But what I'm saying, Glennie, if Hawthorn had to pick this guy up in a trade and only to find out that, oh no, he's been done for cocaine, and who was the guy I was talking about who said cocaine? I apologise if it wasn't, because I think I made a mistake.
Well, the guy from Well, Smith was the one that with the cocaine, but you mentioned someone else.
Yeah, the guy from Melbourne.
Yeah, no, that is the guy we're talking about, Smith.
Kaczynski, isn't it?
No, Smith. Smith, that is. Can't think of his first name, but Smith. His last name. Yeah,
Anyway, doesn't
we're
matter.
not worried about it.
Doesn't matter, mate. Just Clayton Oliver, just quickly, just really
Oh,
quickly.
that was that now.
What the hell?
Did you read it?
No, I just heard that he was pulling off windscreens off cars,
So
wipers
this
off cars, and
is
kicking
back.
walls in.
So
and-
he wasn't drunk. It sounded bizarre to me. He was with a teammate, and they walked up an alleyway or close to the MCG, and he walking up the street, and as you said, ripping off windscreen wipers, and bending them, and got caught. And whoever his mate was, whether he was another player or whatever, was apologising. He's 26 years of age.
Come on.
He's one of the best players in the AFL. There's a lot going on with that guy. I don't know what's going on with him.
Turn it up.
But there was a lot of things going on through the year, and we didn't hear about it. So this is what I mean. It's like this is my whole thing. A lot of these kids, and they are kids. So the Ginnevans and all these guys. He's only 20. I couldn't believe he's only 20. But
good pickup.
Yeah, good pickup. But all these guys that are young, 26 to me is young.
Yep.
Right up to 30, really. They're young. They're still young as far as I'm concerned, but they're educated. They get well paid. Yes, they should be able to have some sort of release, but when you're playing at the top level, they're under the microscope all the time.
Glennie, that is done. Well, we're not just done. We've got 2 minutes left.
We had tennis there.
That is our wrap up of the trades, guys. I hope you've enjoyed
Yes.
that. I know it's been a long night tonight, but it's a lot to get through.
It is.
Thank you for Roger Podolzak for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thanks,
Absolute
Rog.
champion, mate. In tennis, you got a picture of the tennis comeback queens coming back to the Australian Open in 2024. Glennie,
Yeah.
leading the charge is fan favourites Naomi Osaka, Angelique Kerber, and Caroline Wozniacki. So the three of them are coming back from retirement to play in the Australian
And
Open.
I've got my exclusive is I think Thingabot will come back to
Rafa?
Australia.
Who? Oh, Curious?
No, the female.
Party.
Yeah.
Let's go party.
I reckon she'll come back.
What?
Yep.
Hey.
Just leave it.
Hey,
It's
hey.
a scoop.
Hear that? Anyone? Does anyone agree with this? What do you say?
She will come
Is
back.
this something you've heard, or is
I
this
have.
something you make?
I have. And she's had the baby's going well and all that, and I can guarantee you she'll be back on the circuit.
You can't guarantee it, Glennie.
I can. Because when it becomes true, then I'll say.
But hasn't the draw already been done for this?
Yeah, but no, she won't be in this.
All right.
But she'll come back. She'll be way back, won't she? Because she can't just come back and be number one again.
Well, depends how talented
But
she is.
She will.
She might.
Well, she'll have to come back.
Here's a good one.
I reckon she'll come back.
Nadal's coming to
said
play again. You know, Djokovic is seated number 4 and Nadal's number 1. I don't get that.
And this Hewitt bit here, mate.
How good's
Hewitt.
this?
So is this this is his boy?
No, this is Leighton Hewitt. Leighton Hewitt. He has been inducted into the Australian Tennis Hall of Fame at the Australian Open. in 2024,
Yeah.
which is going to be from the 14th of January to the 28th of January. They've added an extra day on this year, Glenn, so just try and stop the matches running through till 5 a.m. in the morning, which is just insane. But Hewitt's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame tennis, which is great. And why has he been inducted to the Hall of Fame? Because he was the youngest player at the time to hold number one singles ranking at the age of 20. And he spent 80 weeks as
And
number
he
one.
was the only one that went, come on.
Come on! Damon Hedder does
Oh,
it.
sorry,
right?
like that.
Come on!
And it's his son is playing.
His son's doing really
His
well.
son's doing really well. He's a
Yeah.
chip off the old block.
Yep. So congratulations to
well done there.
Just
and,
quickly, Glennie, the cricket.
Yeah.
This is the positions at the moment. New Zealand is 4-4. India is 4-4.
they're
South
killing.
Africa is 3-2. Pakistan 3-2, which we play tonight. We're playing now.
Okay.
Bottom of the ladder is Afghanistan, Netherlands, Bangladesh, and Australia. Well, not
so,
Australia.
so quickly, Australia, should we beat...
Pakistan?
I mean, we beat Sri Lanka pretty easy.
I
Didn't
don't
we
think
beat them?
I don't think so.
Not going well enough. There's a little bit of discrepancy with Clark and with the skipper Cummins.
Yeah, you're
Pat,
saying that.
And
Pat my dog.
And he reckons he should be dropped. Clark reckons Pat Cummins should be dropped.
Ooh.
And they're both New South Wales boys, so that'd be nasty.
I just noticed that you didn't shave. Neither did I.
No, I didn't. I had a long week.
Hey, just quickly, we're done for the show. That is it. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. My name's
to
Jeff.
Juanita.
This is Glenn. Thank you, Juanita.
Thanks to Renee and
Corey and Alison and Leah and just quickly, Tim Zoo.
Oh yes, yeah. How good was that? So Tim Zoo, that was a great fight.
So 24-0.
12 rounds. 12 rounds. He's cleaned up Brian Mendoza, who is a tough nut. He came out. He'd had two. Tough nut. He had two falls. In other words, he'd lost twice. Before he came out, he'd knocked out about two blokes before he came out with a big reputation. And they reckon it was going to be hard. Well, everyone said Zoo should win. Zoo's 23 now, 24, and zip. And ready to take on Charlo, hopefully over there in America. Finished in Australia now, mate.
Yeah. Done.
He's all the big ones now. He's going after
well
them.
done, Tim Zoo. He's done
but
well.
he's walked the walk. He doesn't. He's not his father. He said on me.
Yep.
And
Costa.
He's. I'll tell you what, he's good pound for pound. Shane Porter said don't fight Crawford yet, and some of those big ones like
He's
that.
got to go up and weight though, hasn't he? If he wants to go.
Crawford's got to come up
Crawford's
into his weight, but if he was going to fight Canelo, who the other Charlo just fought, he'd have to go up. Zoo would have to go up to the next weight, and he's not ready, I don't think, for that. But he can dominate welterweight, whatever it's called. If he could dominate that and beat Charlo, well then we've got the world champion, mate. Because he'll be in Las Vegas. He'll fight over there. Anyway, he's absolute star, mate.
Well, Glennie, thank you so much tonight. You've actually been a wizard tonight with all your information that you store in that little head of yours.
Yes, well, it's been exciting. Because there's not been a lot to excite actually, except for I won't mention home and away. No, but there's been a lot going on with that.
That's so sad. That is so sad.
Poor old Justin got a pillow over his face.
I'd just like to thank all the guys who've stuck around tonight to watch the show, and because it's been a long show, Glennie. It's been an hour and a half tonight.
I've been sitting here for an hour.
It's the longest show we've probably ever done. And
without even going for a toilet break.
So, but mind you, we could sit
we're
here
all
and
gonna hit the one toilet
we can sit here and talk like this for probably another 2 hours. Because there's so much sport going on, and that's what we do. We love talking sports. Thank you, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, please share it, and I don't know, tell your mates, and go to the shop, buy yourself some lollies, and I don't know.
In general, all the best, and
Pizza.
We've got a bit of rain coming down on the weekend, so anyone in Hobart or Tasmania,
batten down the hatches.
And
good luck to you guys in the variety, Ben, Matt, and Eddie, because you're out there driving tomorrow morning, mate. They leave from Parliament Lawns.
God, that's why I just mentioned it.
And it's going to be a wet day, and you know how much turf is on that fairlane, mate.
Well,
She'll be.
Anyway, enjoy, boys.
She'll be soggy. Well done. Wrath of Knowledge, Glennie. That's what you are. That's from Juanita. He is. Juanita, I'll tell you a story just before we go. Al, you're going to hate this, but...
That's right, I'm going to go back to Google.
You know, we were at the rivalry game that James put on
Yes,
a couple of weeks ago.
yes.
Congratulations, James Wiggins. And
terrific, wasn't it?
they had a DJ. I can't remember his name, but he was sort of doing a bit of calling and stuff as the game was going on, but didn't really know the players and stuff. And I said to James, I said, next year if this goes ahead, can you let myself and Glenn
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll call.
do the call?
We'll do the call.
Over the loudspeaker.
We will.
Because, I mean, you know, your knowledge, you would have known all those guys. You would have known where they played, their heights, their weights, how many goals they kicked, just on the top of your head.
Yeah, it was tragic.
So, yeah, my mate, but fantastic for you because that's the reason you sit beside me on Friday nights because you do have all the knowledge in your head.
Knowledge, it's all shared, mate. You've got the bowls and all these other sports, and that's what we do. We share it around.
Yep.
And
Juanita's just said, good show, guys. Darts tonight, Pro Tours. They are playing their the Pro Series.
Series?
I think they're up to 26 or something. They play constantly. Just play these Pro Series, Glenn. But yeah,
and the lad's going well.
He's doing okay. He's sort of he's in the running to win all the time, but he just seems to get beaten and. But he has a chance to win, and he's losing.
Well, it's a tough gig, isn't it?
It is a tough gig.
It's professional sport.
Gig, but he'll come right.
All right, thanks to Al and Leah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging around. It's been a long show.
Yeah, good night.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Friday Frothies are out. Goodbye.
Guys, on to my reviews. You're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.